And we are coming down in 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to Getting Sports with Drunk. I'm your host, Cupcake the Riddler, and I'm joined by
Mock.
Gene Washable.
Nah.
Mass Chris Massey.
And the Rat of a Red Baron.
All right, guys, my Monday Night Football wish is that Jake Ferguson scores less than 13 points.
It's a good wish.
Yeah.
Could happen.
Really well. So I'm not gonna be able to catch Massey in points in our league, but we have the same record. So if he loses, which he'll only do if Jake Ferguson puts up 13 points or less, I would jump him in the standings, which I would really like to do because I don't really want to face Mock in the first round. I'd rather face Eric.
Mock?
What's the deal? Like, I can't miss, right?
No, because Pat lost, so you're good.
Man, Pat lost to Kendall.
Whoa.
Yeah.
We don't know that yet.
Hilarious.
What do you mean we don't know that yet? What does he have, Jamar Chase, and you're up, what, like 40 or something?
Well, he's up 30.
Okay, so Pat might win, but you're still safe because Pat would need to outscore you by like 85 points or something like that.
Yeah. Which?
Because you lost to Kyle, or
yeah,
our plan.
yeah. I mean, I have Burrow and Higgins, so I should be safe.
Yeah.
Hey, that's not nice, Mock. I have 3 wins this year.
My team showed up when it didn't matter.
It'd be hilarious if I had 0 wins.
I'm just glad that I was able to honor Kendall by picking up Zach Charbonnet and then leaving him on my bench to drop 45.
Yep. Felt pretty good because I'd probably do the same thing.
It was nice. Spent almost the last of my fab on Adam Thielen. Benched him. Would have been my leading receiver.
That's the move, man. It's the mass.
Mm-hmm.
Is it the mass, or is it the mass, or is it a black woman in hindsight?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And when I tell you, when I told you.
I can't watch this anymore.
So
Man,
yeah,
there's some things that just pop up on like Facebook and Instagram that really don't need to.
right.
You know.
So, Mock, to answer your question long form, you're good because Eric lost, so even if you lose, you'll have the same record. If you lose and Pat wins, then you're still good because you would have Eric in points. So even if Jamar Chase drops 150,000 points tonight, you would still be ahead of Eric. Because you have Eric outscored by like 100 points as well. Or 70 points, so you're pretty good because Eric had a really bad week.
Okay.
Hey, Chase Brown and Bart Simpson.
So yeah, I mean, I think at this point there's no way for you to miss the playoffs because Eric's team's done, and I don't know what you put up.
It's really cool that everybody decides to wait to have their best week until they play me. Really appreciate that.
I had the best. I actually not only did I have my best week against Massey, I had the best week I had the best week of the entire league.
Yeah, very well aware. Thank you.
You're the one that said it though. You manifested it.
Yeah,
because he's
kind of annoying.
Oh, this app that I use says you have the best lineup for the entire week, and I was like, oh, all right. And then they dropped 250 points on it.
Yeah, pretty cool.
So, yeah. So I mean, well, look, since you're already in your losing era, it'd be cool if you lost this week because I'd like to face Eric next week or Pat.
Oh, don't worry, I'm gonna lose this week because I faced fucking Sam Darnold who put up 50 points. I faced Puka Nacua who put up 50 points.
Yeah, but you don't care so much about that one.
No, I was willing to take the loss in fantasy if that meant us winning the game yesterday.
Yeah, see, or you could be like Mock and I and just constantly losing both.
Could be.
Yep.
Rather not be.
Starting lineups. Mock?
I am actually beverage-less. I forgot to grab one.
Oh,
I'm already downstairs, so we're kind of how it's going to be.
It's not too late to milk yourself.
I mean, that's a damn shame. There's probably a nice
And
Nebco
I
beer.
think I'm getting off after that. I don't want to be here anymore.
Well, actually, honestly,
Yeah.
with the consistency of it, and this time of year, it'd be more of like an eggnog.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm out.
It's nice.
Good night, guys.
Fuck
Whip up
this
a
shit, I'm
match.
out. Souls, what are you drinking from the gas station collection?
Poland Springs water.
16.9 fluid ounces.
Oh, they have a new juicy out now.
You there?
Yeah, Fruity Pebble Juicy.
I gotta get it.
Yeah. It's a triple imperial fruity IPA. It's 17.9%.
17.9, you say?
No, Kendall, that was a joke.
Let me tell you, that Simpsons broadcast was very far behind.
Well, Kyle, they animate it as the play happens.
I'm just saying it was far behind.
I'm just kidding, Kyle. Reed?
From the Connoisseur Media Wine Collection, I have a San Giuseppe Reserve 2014 Pinot Noir.
So you're drinking vinegar?
I'll find out very soon.
Mass?
I'm mid downstairs yet, so I'm not drinking anything, but I will announce when I am.
Okay. And I am drinking from the B Sharp Brewing Company, the American Stout. It says Be Bold, Be Legendary, Be Sharp. And it's they are out of Bloomfield, Connecticut.
Washington, Kentucky.
Nice.
What?
It'd be pretty funny if there was a Washington, Kentucky.
I'm sure there is.
I'm sure there is. Toast of Excellence.
Yep.
I'll go first since I always end up either putting Massey or Kyle on the spot and they're never ready. So I came
Well,
prepared.
you have mine ready.
I already said I'm going. All right, go ahead.
Toast of Excellence to Arizona State. Prior to the game kicking off tonight, they have more touchdowns in AT&T Stadium this year than the Cowboys do.
Hilarious.
The Cowboys are bad, but the Bears are terrible. My toast of excellence is to I have a toast of excellence as well as a toast of disexcellence wrapped into one. So the toast of disexcellence is to Kendall Reed
Oh, no.
because
Because of
Kendall.
his face.
No.
Not nice, not
But
nice.
it's to Kendall because Kendall has while I think Mock is going to say something along the lines of he was never even in contention. Kendall has now permanently lost the ability to ever be crowned as top Jew ever.
This is very
I mean-
unwelcome news.
And the toast of excellence follows that because the top Jew of all time forever is BYU quarterback Jake Retzlaff, who is known around BYU's campus as the BY Jew.
Hilarious.
Got an NIL deal where he was sponsored by Manischewitz Wine. He is the Jew.
Like, why can't things like this happen to me?
Because you're not popular enough.
You know, Kendall, you could probably get sponsored by Mike Killen's like basement beer.
Yeah, that's true. I should text him.
Brewed with your own seed.
Oh my God.
You always said you wanted the milkshake IPA.
Yeah.
Souls, you got one?
Yeah, my toast of excellence is to Jordan Addison for having a day. 8 catches, 133 yards, and 3 tutties.
Yep. He did I.
Toast of excellence to Cooper Rush for throwing a dime for a touchdown.
To Jake Ferguson?
No, she didn't.
Uh-oh, Kendall. Tyler might make a comeback.
We'll have to see.
Yeah. Mark, you got one?
Yeah, my toast of excellence is to the current new record holder, Drew Lock, for breaking the all-time NFL start to a game with the most incompletions. 0 for 9 to start a game.
It was pretty brutal.
Previous record held by that wide receiver that filled in for the Broncos a couple years ago.
Oh.
Hey, Drew Lock was on that team.
Was that Kendall Hinton? Am I remembering that right?
Something like that, yeah. It was really funny because I don't know if you guys watched that game at all. But it was funny to listen to the two announcers who were just like baffled that Drew Lock isn't that good. They're like, I don't know what's going on here.
That was got a Hellman's sponsorship, though.
What's that?
The guy got a Hellman's commercial. So,
But
I thought that was
it
Will
just-
Levis.
oh yeah, it is Will Levis. Sorry,
Just terrible.
that's
Just
my
terrible.
bad.
Guy was bitching about being the number 2, comes in, and he is 2.
Hilarious.
Yeah,
Okay.
Giants are bad.
That guy was.
They're not a good
conceited.
club. Real bad club.
All they had to do was make a 20-yard field goal and it got blocked.
Oh, I didn't realize
didn't
that.
hear what you said there.
I didn't realize they played Kansas City. It was real funny. It was real funny watching Kyle do the go on his rant last night about how much he hates Kansas City.
Fucking bullshit. I hate them so much.
Kendall, do you have a toast of excellence?
I do. It's a twofer for Boise State for making into the college football playoff berth, as well as their student body bringing the field goal post all the way to some river, which is pretty hilarious. It's kind of common in college football that, when the team wins, they take down the goalpost, but to drag it all the way to a body of water is just my kind of humor. So I enjoyed that.
Nice. I have one more toast of excellence. It's to a good guy Memphis Grizzlies player, Jaren Jackson Jr. Every single day, every single home game, he goes to the corner, one of the corners of the court, where there is a young girl who comes with her parents because they're season ticket holders, courtside, and he gives her the ball and lets her throw the ball down the court for him to do his last second, like full court sprint dunk for the warm ups. And he does it every single game, and I think it's pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah. That guy is a good guy.
Sounds like that guy is doing some grooming.
Yikes. But I like it.
Yes, sir.
This guy posted, my dog was declared cancer-free today, so I'm reverse searing him a Wagyu steak. Like, hey, I survived cancer. Give me one of those. Even if it's not true. Yeah, there you go.
Boom.
And that's it. I don't know what else we got.
I'll save my review, but you're right, Paul. This is not great.
Nice. Excellent.
Good thing I plan on drinking the entire bottle.
Oh, Kyle, there's a cute picture of you. You're crying.
Thank you.
It was just taken.
Yes, I'm crying right now.
All right, what do you guys want to talk about? Fire away.
I think Kyle had a lot of praise for Kansas City, if you wanted to lead off with that.
I'd rather not do that right now, but I will.
All right, only good things.
No. They're worse than the old Patriots. And fuck anybody that disagrees.
If you have nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all.
It's just so annoying hearing all the commentary just talk about Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, but do you know what?
Dude's not even playing in the game. You don't need to talk about him.
Yeah, but do you know what's funnier than that is angering? That there's teams out there like the Chicago Bears and the New York Giants that are putting out posts today saying, "Oh, make sure you vote in your favorite players to the Pro Bowl."
Yeah.
I'm gonna go out of my way to make sure that doesn't happen. Also, you guys want to see Massey get real pissed?
I mean, always, but yeah.
Matt, you ready for this?
Do you really want me to kick you?
Well, it's nothing I'm doing. I'm just reporting
It's
something
the
that
show. You're not allowed.
he kicked me like 3 times last week.
I kicked you once, maybe
He
twice.
blocked me. He blocked me.
What are you
I'm just
upsetting me with?
I'm just reporting something that I saw.
Okay.
So you know how they're making that like 10-year long television reboot of the Harry Potter movies?
Yeah.
Did you see who the latest rumored cast is?
I did not.
Well, I'll give it to you this way if you want to have any inclination of whether or not you're going to watch it. The
I already
current
can tell you I'm not going to watch it.
the current favorite for landing the role of Lucius Malfoy is none other than Will Smith.
That's so funny.
That's very funny. That just makes me laugh more than anything.
Oh man, imagine if he does a rap.
The Chamber of Secrets are up.
It's gonna be sick.
I saw this cool stat that gave me just a slight glimmer of being happy.
Oh, what's that?
So this guy that I follow goes through and he does what he calls like true value stats by position. So like instead of like he did like a long list of like the top 150 career receiving leaders in NFL history, like at one point, but only based off of like actual catches through the air, like no running after the catch
Mhm.
and stuff like that. So he did this one where all-time leader from every franchise for the entirety of the career or the entirety of the MLB for most home runs as a first baseman, as a true first baseman, and I was really pleased to see that Paulie Konerko was 4th on the list of all the teams.
Wow.
Yeah, number 1 was Lou Gehrig at 478. Number 2 was Jeff Bagwell at 446, then Willie McCovey at 390, and then Paul Konerko at 375.
Solus has a position. I believe you said that Lou Gehrig overrated. Is that correct, Kyle?
What?
Nothing.
There's one player on here twice. You guys care to take a guess as to who it is? So this stat list is based off of the true value most home runs by a pure first baseman, meaning they played over 90 or they played over 90% of their games at this position. So, like for example, I'll give you like a for example, Miguel Cabrera is not the Detroit Tigers guy because he played too much third base and too much DH. Same thing with like
Albert Pujols.
it is Albert Pujols.
Yes, sir.
Albert Pujols is also the second lowest number on this list.
He was
Sorry,
bad
third.
in Anaheim, baby.
Well, he had 120 home runs though. Number 1 is Andres Galarraga.
Yep.
And then Derek Lee.
Oh man.
He was good.
Cliff Lee.
Bruce Lee. Keep it going, Matt. Your turn.
I don't know, Kerrigan Lee.
Jamie Lee.
Oh, come on.
Jamie Lee Curtis.
AJ Lee.
It's a good one.
There you go. That one was for you. What'd you think of that?
I didn't hear it. I'm sorry.
I said AJ Lee.
Good one.
Wesley.
Lee Harvey Oswald.
AJ Lee was pretty cool.
Yep, got a Lee Harvey Oswald in the mix.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about something productive. What do you guys want to talk about?
Talk about Juan Soto.
Okay. Juan Soto turned down the same offer from the Yankees to go sign with the Mets.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much.
What was it? 1 less year and $5 million less dollars or something like that?
So the Yankees offered one more year, and it was like
5
It was
million.
maybe, I don't know, like, like $2 million less a year, something like that.
Gotcha. So do you think? So my question is, I haven't read any like reporting on it because there was like a whole thing. I think Massey even said it in the chat, like the Yankees could have matched that. Do we think that was the Yankees' attempt at matching, and like Soto was just like, I don't want to be here?
Well, there's
So
some things that come out today about it.
I saw some things saying like there was an issue with a security guard at one time that just kind of like soured things.
They kicked out like his parents or something.
Yeah. I mean, it's weird. I don't know. Like, sometimes you got to kind of like take things. I don't know. Like, it's just weird that this is now when this like story came out.
Well, yeah, that stuff always kind of just pops up, whether it's true or not. But no matter what, the Yankees always had the last offer. That was on the table always. They had the ability to match no matter what. That was kind of the way this was built. And so what time the Mets Cohen offer happened, Scott Boras and crew took it to the Yankees, and they had to say no. So it's not like it was like a surprise to them. It's just
no. Yeah, the Yankees were going to get the last crack at it. It's just I wonder too. I mean, I haven't seen like what all like the opt outs are, and because I got to imagine that played into it too.
Yeah, I just know on the Mets side was after 5 years. I don't know what the Yankees component was, or anywhere else. There was a lot of, and because I obviously was very involved in this, and like it was funny that kind of like leading up to this point, like it seemed like the Red Sox sort of popped out of nowhere as a somewhat favorite for like a week. So I don't know kind of like what their offer was like leading up to this point.
Baseball needs franchise tags.
I said this, that there would be a strike in the next 3 years and that there would be franchise tags. I think it's pinned in some channel.
Let's see.
I don't see it happening because I don't think the union would allow it.
So the thing is, though, is like there's like a thing that they think like the franchise tags. Because we were talking about it when the TV deals stopped happening. There are like these Soto, and they said it like a year ago that Soto will probably be the last like long-term deal like this.
Here we go.
Because these guys a lot of these teams just are not making the money anymore because the TV deals are gone.
Here's your hot take prediction. Because of all the television deals going into the dumps and massive loss of revenues to MLB teams, when the CBA deal expires in December 2026, we will see the ugliest lockout in MLB history as the owners band together to force a salary cap in the MLB to combat the massive losses in TV deals.
Boom.
Yeah.
June 11th. No salary or no franchise tags, though.
I didn't say anything about franchise tags. I don't think franchise tags will happen.
Baseball needs franchise tags.
So the reason I don't think franchise tags will happen is like the franchise tag thing really is only applicable to the NFL, and it's just because of how frequently people have season-ending injuries.
Paul,
Yeah.
I don't think you understand that this doesn't fit my narrative, so let's move past it.
But it's also, a baseball contract is already fully guaranteed, where it's not in the NFL. You know what I mean? Like, the franchise tag is a 1 year fully guaranteed deal.
Yeah, but the way I think it could work in baseball is, what's your next closest position player get? Let's say $50 million a year. All right, let's take that and we'll add another 20 onto it. What's that? You want to do it again? All right, now it's up to another 30 on top of that. Let's keep going.
Is this true? I didn't even see this yesterday. Sorry to interrupt this conversation, but somebody flew a "Please fix this dumpster fire" plane over MetLife yesterday during the game.
Yeah, there was some like banner flown above the stadium.
So it was the letter thing that said, "Mr. Mara, please fix this dumpster fire."
Yeah.
And then Malik Neighbor said, "I didn't pay it. I didn't pay for it."
Yeah, because he was like asked about it after the game.
So would that be a deal? Do you think that would be a deal breaker for the Giants if he just came out and was like, "Yeah, I paid for that"?
be so funny if it was somebody on the Giants.
Well, did you see the other thing with the like the OnlyFans girl?
Yeah.
No.
There was like an OnlyFans girl at the Giants game, sitting behind the Saints, like flashing them, and she came out and said that like a Giants player like sent her tickets to go to do that. It was the same girl that remember they had that thing in New York that was like
Yep.
the screen.
I know exactly who it is.
I know you do.
I follow her on Instagram.
Send that to the thread.
Oh,
She
this
was
is
actually
so,
on Dr. Phil.
This is so perfect. This is the greatest, like, exact thing that Kyle was talking about. The Super Bowl America wants, and it's Buffalo and Detroit. The Super Bowl we're somehow going to get Kansas City and Philadelphia.
Yeah, I know that.
That would be the worst fucking Super Bowl ever.
Well, I know for a fact we'd have two Eagles fans and one Chiefs fan. I don't know about the other two. I'm gonna assume Massey would go Chiefs
If what happened?
if it was Chiefs Eagles in the Super Bowl this year. I assumed you would go Chiefs. Mock's for sure going Chiefs. Kyle's going Eagles. I'm going Eagles. Kendall, I don't know.
I'd probably root
Where are they
Chiefs.
playing this year?
Huh?
Where is the Super Bowl this year?
New Orleans.
And just hope a bomb goes off.
I mean, that city's kind of been through enough.
Fair.
But yes.
They get one more. But I don't know. I mean,
I don't know. I don't know who I'd root for in that scenario. I don't really want to root for either of those teams.
That's fair.
well, you have a few weeks to think about it.
Just root for career-ending injuries.
No.
No, never root for those.
Oh, I will.
Just death.
All right, fine.
It's funny. I saw this other thing that was like, everyone's saying that they're tired of how lucky the Chiefs are, when in reality, I'm just amazed that they're so good now. They're just pinpointing kicks off field goal posts. I tend to believe the latter.
I want to believe this is like autoerotic asphyxiation. Andy Reid just wants to get as close as he can to losing while still winning.
Just some football edging.
Mm-hmm.
I tell you what, that's a pretty funny thing to say. Some football edging. I really enjoyed that. Kendall, that's one of your better ones.
I thank you.
You're welcome.
Mark, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
So you hated the Patriots, right?
Yes.
Do you not think this is worse?
So, I'll be honest. Like, I personally don't. And some of it could be because we live in New England and I'm not a Patriots fan. So it was just more of like a local. You know, there's way more Patriots fans kind of in your face than actual Chiefs fans. I mean, you see more now, but
Yeah, because they come out of the woodwork.
yeah, but I mean, but that's anything. I mean, I see more Eagles fans now than you did, or like Commanders fans.
Dodgers fans.
I don't see
Yeah, like,
any
that's-
fans.
But that I've seen more in the last, especially this year, than I've ever seen.
Also,
You see
Kyle,
more Chiefs fans for the wrong reason.
Kyle, you also, real quick though, Kyle, the Eagles fans only go to Meriden Burger King. That's why you don't see them.
The other difference is the Chiefs are more hated for things of outside of football. Where like the Patriots, there was always some form of controversy. Like the Chiefs don't have that football wise. You know, people don't like the Chiefs because Taylor Swift goes to games. I mean that's nothing to do with football. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
Well, that's not why.
or Jackson Mahomes like dancing. Like that has nothing to do with them playing football.
That is the worst defense I have ever seen. If anybody's watching the game, let me know. Let me see. Tell me if you agree.
I'm
You
not
know,
watching this game.
The Patriots also like The Patriots were also just an annoying team to
But this
watch
is so much
because
more in your face.
I will say, like the Chris Collinsworths of the world, there was no
yeah.
like. I mean, I said it yesterday in the chat. Like, if you go back and listen to the audio, when the Josh Allen throw to Amari Cooper, hook and lateraled back to Josh Allen for a touchdown against San Fran, like while that play was happening, all Chris Collinsworth was saying was how that was some Mahomes type stuff. Like, are you kidding me? Like, you just watched one of the most exciting things we've seen on a football field in the last 30 years, and you just got to bring Mahomes into it. Like, it's obnoxious.
That part, 100% agree. It's annoying. But I mean, like I said, for me, I don't think it's like a worse. I mean, to say it's a better dynasty, I guess, is stupid. But
You got that fucking douchebag Nick Wright.
well, that guy just sucks.
Yeah, but you want to root for the Chiefs to lose because of that fucking asshole.
I tell you what though. Nah, never mind. Go ahead, go.
Just
Why do you want to
fucking
root? Why do you want to root for them to lose because of Nick Wright? I think Massey asked why. I might have misheard.
because if you listen to that dude talk, he literally just fucking shuts down everybody that tries to talk about the Chiefs, and just says, "Oh, they're the best team ever." It's like, dude,
I
calm
don't
the
even
fuck
know who
down.
that is.
He does like Fox.
He's
See
a
the guy
shitty little broadcaster guy.
Is he the guy with the long hair and the mustache?
Yeah,
Kind of looks like Meals by Chug.
I don't know who that is.
It's a pretty funny New York guy that like does cooking videos.
I know who
I
you're
was gonna
talking
say
about.
that Italian dude. Yeah, it looks just like him.
He's so funny though, that Meals by Chug guy. Like when he's making he made a chicken farm grinder the other day, and he was like, "Make sure your chicken cutlets are thicker than your sister's ass."
Yeah,
It's so funny.
Just like
I do
even my
think
cousin, unbearable to listen to him talk right now.
well, the thing that's always funny to me is like, I feel like there's like maybe it's a dynasty thing. I don't know because like I'm trying to think like the Yankees. Like I feel like it wasn't so much the case with the Yankees in like the early 2000s, like fan base wise. But like the Patriots fans, there was a lot of them like this in New England. There's a lot of Chiefs fans that are like this. There was a like the whole. I just hate the whole narrative of like anytime that there's a fan of like a dynasty and they're talking about like we are great and like no, you're nothing.
yeah.
You make $26,000 a year and don't pay child support. like you buy your shoes at the Goodwill because you have to. Like you are doing nothing. Like if you watch all the Chiefs games at Buffalo Wild Wings because you don't have cable, you don't get to contribute to any of this.
The other side is, and really, it could be any team. Right now, if it was the Bills that have won or going to win or on pace to win a third Super Bowl, if it's not your team, you're gonna not like it. That's just sports. I mean,
can I have a question? Do you think people would be less angry with the Chiefs this year if they had lost like 3 of the games that they should have lost and didn't just keep winning on bullshit?
Yes.
Yeah, because I don't have it like the field goal kicks, like the kicks where the field goals are bouncing off the upright and going in. Like I don't have a problem with that. Like luck just bounces a certain way sometimes.
Sure.
It's when the fucking refs help them.
I mean, it is wild. Like the game last night. Like who was the receiver that threw the Chargers defensive back down to the grabbed him by his shoulder pads and chucked him to the ground, then ran downfield and got a pass interference call. Like stuff like that is what makes it infuriating. It's tough because I think it depends on the type of fan you are too. Because I understand what you're saying, Mock, but I think it's more indicative of the fan you are and less about the team. Because I never had a problem with the Patriots winning. I never had a problem with it. I especially had less of a. I had even any problem I might have had with it got lessened when they debunked the whole Deflategate thing. There was some controversy with the Spygate thing, And the Patriots thing never bothered me. Like the Chiefs ones, I find super annoying. Like I found the Astros very annoying, but like I didn't find the Yankees annoying in the early 2000s.
I do think too that like the social media world definitely amps it
That
up more
helped.
than like the Patriots time. You know what I mean? Like when the Patriots were rolling, at least the first time around, like Facebook didn't exist.
Right.
Right.
And there wasn't, Instagram and stuff like that. So like now it's just way more in your face and
Yeah.
Like if I'm
the other
watching,
side too, like the go ahead, Kyle.
if I'm watching the Packers Lions game, right?
hmm
I don't need to hear Mahomes' name in that game.
We already said that that's annoying. No one's disagreeing
No,
with you there.
I'm just saying it. Like that's like a big reason why it's annoying. They don't shut the fuck up about it. And the dude kind of sucks this year.
Well, the
He's
other
been
thing,
bailed out.
the other narrative I would say too is, and like I don't know, maybe this happened. I just don't remember the Patriots like on their big winning seasons where they would like only lose 1 or 2 games, or the season they didn't lose any. Like I don't really remember them like winning so many games by like less than 3 points. The narrative, the thing I hate too is like I just hate that like the Chiefs are like a dynamic team that can find any way to win. But like if any other team was doing this, it would be like, oh, like the whole like narrative would have been like, oh yeah, they're winning games, but like the mistakes they're making will cost them in the playoffs. Like nobody's going to say that about the Chiefs. And like I get like you get that kind of respect with the pedigree that they've developed over the last 5 years. But like the Lions, if the Lions weren't blowing everybody out by 40 points, if they were winning every game by less than 3 and making mistakes, and Goff was throwing 20 interceptions and only 20 touchdowns and having a statistical terrible year, like everybody would be saying like, oh, Detroit looks like a really good team, but that's going to cost them in the wild card round or in the divisional round or whatever. Like the Chiefs is just like, oh yeah, no, they're still just a lock to go in. Like they'll beat you any way they can. Like it's just annoying that like, oh, because
That
it's the
that part
Chiefs.
is annoying because in no way are they like a running away team this year. They're still winning games, but like they're not a powerhouse team.
It's not like they're winning games. It's like other teams are losing games.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter. They're winning games.
No, it does
Right.
matter a lot.
No, it doesn't matter. It
But
really
it
doesn't,
doesn't
Kyle.
matter.
It doesn't
All right,
matter, Kyle.
you're right.
No, but it doesn't matter.
I'm not.
It's
I'm not
like,
saying you're wrong, but
I know, right? I know. I agree with Mike. Like I know what you're saying, but winning a win's a win. Like it doesn't matter how you get it. Because then you have the counter argument to it. Like I'll just use the Steelers for an example, Kyle. Like if the Steelers play a terrible fucking game, but it's still somewhat close, and then the opposing team throws 3 straight interceptions on 3 straight drives, and the Steelers win because they kick 3 field goals off of those interceptions. Like, yeah, the other team lost the game, but you also won it by capitalizing on the mistakes. Like they don't really like the narrative. I hate the whole narrative of like, oh, so and so didn't win the game, so and so lost the game. Like to me, that only applies in more individualistic sports, tennis, golf, things like that, where like you have a 12-stroke lead, and then going into the fifth hole, and then all of a sudden you're in a playoff because you choked it away. Like you lost it. You didn't. The other guy didn't win it because like the other guy can't capitalize off of what you're doing. He's just playing his best golf, and you're not playing your best golf, and so he catches up to you. But in football, it's very rare that you're playing your best football without the other team playing bad football. Like yesterday was a very good example of that. Like I said, the Rams want to put on a show. Like the Rams are one of those teams that for some reason when a team shows up and decides to put on their best performance of all time, the Rams are like, yeah, we could do that. Watch.
Except when they play the Eagles.
Well, no, but I'm saying but the Chiefs game in Mexico, like this
In
Bills
LA.
game. Like I'm saying, like it's very like, but at the same time though, the same argument can still stand packed because like both teams played 2 of the most miraculous games we've ever played, except for defensively. Like the Chiefs Rams game was like the only I think game in NFL history where it was like realistically it was really good on all facets of the game.
Yeah,
because it was super high scoring, but there was a lot of defensive. There was a lot of defensive, like turnovers and touchdowns.
Yeah, there were like 4 defensive scores total. It was a wild game. This was just bad defense all
Were we in a
around.
Steelers game for that game?
No, we
No,
were doing
I
a
was-
show.
we were
we were on the
at
show.
the show in Hamden. Kyle, we
Yeah.
were at the Steelers game for the Giants Saints.
Yeah, that game was also ridiculous.
Yeah.
That was Manning and Romo.
No, it was what?
Freezing, man.
Breeze and Manning.
Breeze and Manning. Sorry, I don't know. I thought you said Cowboys and Giants.
Man,
I don't know why.
you just confused me. You tripped me up pretty good there. I was like, wait a minute.
I just remember Mock getting real mad that he's had to miss that game.
Yeah, it was great. Got to watch the stupid fucking Steelers lose to the Bengals.
Yeah,
And
it
then,
was. That was the
Me
day
and Jeff
before
got to miss an
special.
all-time great game.
You saw Kendall take 2 years off his life that night.
What was pretty cool is the Steelers game ends, and as we're walking out, just in time to see the Saints kick the winning field goal.
Nice.
So that was cool.
I can top it if you'd like.
Sure.
1 year for Christmas, somebody in the family, probably Aunt Wonka, got all of the for Christmas, and
You got out. Try again.
I said 1 year for Christmas, Wonka got all the kids tickets to see Disney on Ice with their parents, and it just so happened when the tickets were on a Saturday, and it was during the playoffs in 2018. So the Disney on Ice thing happened while the first year led Matt Nagy Chicago Bears were playing the Philadelphia Eagles. And I got home, I walked in the front door, turned on the TV, double doink. Missed the whole game, turned the TV on, double doink.
Yeah, he was texting me throughout that whole game.
It was a fun day.
I'm sorry.
That's all right. It is what it is, man. The Bears are awful, man. It just is what it is. Like, that's not even my Stephen A voice. That's just my Paul voice. They're just terrible. I mean, here, I'll go on a little rant. Because I'm gonna take my Bears hat off. I'm gonna take my White Sox hat off, and I'm gonna put on my Chicago hat. Because I'm gonna include the Cubs in this, and the Chicago.
I was about to be like, is it a Cubs hat?
Well, I'm going to put my Chicago hat on because the Cubs are included in this, as well as I'll even go as far to add the Chicago Sky, the WNBA team. The city of Chicago is the third biggest market in the United States of America, not just in sports, pretty much in general. It's bigger than Miami. It's bigger than Houston. It's bigger than these other places, St. Louis and San Francisco and all this. Behind New York and then LA, it's Chicago for everything, including sports. And it is a cow town in regards to the way that it's handled for sports. It's just an absolute atrocity, the way that sports management, sports ownership, and sports just in general are handled in that city. People keep saying, I keep seeing this thing about how the Bears head coaching position is going to be one of the most coveted head coaching positions this offseason. It's like, stop. It's for what? Why? It doesn't matter if they have Caleb. It doesn't matter if they have prime Tom Brady, Randy Moss, Jerry Rice, and Barry Sanders. It doesn't matter because if your management doesn't allow you to let the football people operate the football team, you're not going to be successful. There's a reason the Bears are continuously bad. There's a reason that since George McCaskey took over the Chicago Bears in 2011, they haven't won a playoff game. They haven't won a playoff game since he took over 13 years ago. And they're not going to go to the playoffs this year. And there's little reason to believe they'll go next year. The Chicago Bulls have been a middling 500 team all but 2 years during the first couple years of Derrick Rose's career since the Jordan era. The Chicago Blackhawks put together a sick 5-year window, but before that were atrocious and were a bottom of the league in attendance franchise, and now have one of the brightest young stars in NHL hockey with nothing around him and have just fired their next head coach. The Chicago Cubs were able to do something very magical in 2016 for a pop-up season and have done nothing since. And are the big market Chicago baseball team to their little brothers, the Chicago White Sox, and spend like they're the Milwaukee Brewers. And the Chicago White Sox are so cheap and inadequate as a sports franchise that they are the laughingstock of the MLB, that players actually get together when they get traded or released and signed to a new team with other players that have played for the White Sox organizations and laugh and joke about how terrible the White Sox organization is, from ownership all the way down to the toilets in the locker room. Everything is terrible. But hey, we have a campfire milkshake with marshmallows on top and burnt graham cracker crusts. So, we must be doing something right. The Chicago Bears, or the Chicago sports world, is the only way I can really describe it to you is to picture a refrigerator, a regular standard homeowner. You guys all live in homes. You guys all own your own homes. You have a refrigerator. How do you stock your refrigerator? The most delicate and important items go on the top shelf in a standard refrigerator. Things that could be broken if stuff falls on them. Things that maybe don't spoil as quickly. And then you go to your second shelf of your refrigerator. What goes on the second shelf? Maybe some like leftovers, maybe, middling things that are important and get used maybe pretty frequently but aren't as delicate. Then you go to the bottom shelf. What's on the bottom shelf? The heaviest stuff, like the things that you see when you open the refrigerator, but maybe not necessarily the most important stuff. The gallon of milk, the 2 liter of soda, the heavy things. And then what goes on the bottom? In the drawers, their own little capsulated drawers, all the really super delicate items that spoil quickly. Fruit, deli meat, cheese, right? Just that's a pretty good picture of a standard fridge, right?
Yeah.
That's fair? All right. That's the way a sports organization should be ran. The most delicate and important things are on the top shelf. That's your ownership, your head coach, maybe your star quarterback if you have one, like the Buffalo Bills or the Kansas City Chiefs. I use a football preference on this. Or your ace pitcher, your GM, things of that nature. Then you go to the next shelf. What's on the next shelf? Your star players. Maybe you have the best catcher in baseball, like JT Realmuto. Or maybe you have one of the most promising uprising young stars, like some of the Orioles players. That's what's on the second shelf of your fridge. And then things like your offensive coordinator, your defensive coordinator, pitching coaches, things like that. Then on the bottom shelf, you have all the big things that people see. What do you look at when you look at a baseball team? Yeah, there's the manager, and maybe, you look at the Yankees and it's like, okay, we know Aaron Judge, but Aaron Judge is up on the top shelf. We know Garrett Cole, but Garrett Cole's up on the top shelf. But what about the second baseman and the left fielder and the catcher and the utility guy and the 3 bullpen arms? All that stuff is on the bottom. That's the big thing. That's the roster. And then you go into the drawers, and what's in the drawers? Everything else that you forget about. Things that just kind of go bad and you move on. High turnovers, medical trainers, bench pieces, things like that. And why is your fridge built that way? Because the stuff that's most likely to be exploited and changed over is in the bottom, where if it goes bad, the only thing that it goes bad for is itself. It doesn't affect the rest of the franchise. Chicago sports is built the complete opposite. All the produce and meat is put on the top shelf of their refrigerator. Every single piece of it. And then on the second shelf is where you have all the heaviest items. The players that you see day to day. The DJ Moores, the Montez Sweats, the fucking Luis Roberts, the Cody Bellingers. Those are all on the second shelf. Waiting to be too heavy to break that shelf so that it falls down and crushes even further. It's so bass-backwards that on the top shelf, where you're supposed to have your most delicate and best items, you have the things that are being spoiled the most. The ownership, management, your head coaches, everybody that runs the show is spoiled. And what happens when things spoil on the top shelf? It drips down and infects everything else in your fridge. And that's what happens. The Chiefs don't have that problem. The New York Yankees don't have that problem. Why? Because their salmonella chicken's on the bottom shelf, where if it spoils, nothing happens to it. The Bears put their unwrapped salmonella-infested chicken right on top of a bunch of old rotten deli meat right on the top shelf, so that as it spoils, it destroys the offensive coordinator and the defensive coordinator and ruins and molds a brand new rookie quarterback or disrupt every piece of talent in the White Sox organization. You have ownership that won't pay a player or won't go out and make the big ticket item. You have the White Sox who came out and said, yeah, we're not even going to shop players in free agency because we're bad. The Cubs who came out and said, oh, we're not even going to consider Soto. We're not going to spend money like that. The Bears who not only retained a head coach their general manager didn't want, but hired a head coach from a defensive coordinator position that was going to get fired if he wasn't hired by the Bears. That report came out. That's a fun one. The Colts were going to fire Matt Eberflus, but they didn't have to because the Bears poached him. That's great management. That's great leadership by George McCaskey. The Chicago Blackhawks have had 4 head coaches since Joel Quenneville, along with 13 sexual assault allegations to go with it, and have swung and missed on every single player they've brought in. The White Sox just don't even exist as a franchise in major sports. They would get beat by fucking Kyle's Little League baseball team. That's how porous they're ran. It's just so bass-ackwards in Chicago sports. And it all starts at the top because all of the spoiled, rotten shit is at the top. And it just continuously trickles down and spoils everything else you have. You're going to sit here and tell me the Chicago Bears head coaching vacancy is going to be one of the most coveted jobs in the NFL, maybe over the last decade? Please stop yourself. Why is it going to be any different for whoever they bring in? If I'm any head coaching candidate coming into this year, I band with my brothers, Mike Vrabel and Ben Johnson and Bill Belichick and fucking the defensive and offensive coordinators from Buffalo, and I go, we as a unit should just agree to not even go interview there. Because why would we put ourselves through that? Why would we put ourselves in an organization where we as the football guy are not going to be allowed to make football decisions? The Bears are never going to be better. None of these teams are. The Cubs are getting outplayed by Milwaukee every single year. A middling mid-market team that looks a little bit above average every single year. Meanwhile, the Cubs are raking in cash from Wrigleyville, left and right, concerts and stadium shows and outdoor football games from Notre Dame, and they're doing the fall-winter classics out there for hockey, raking in money left and right, and then refusing to spend it on anybody of any value. Chicago sports is a disaster. It's a cow town. It's ran as if it was a one-sport organization that managed to find its way into the CFL. It's terrible. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
I just say one thing.
Mm-hmm.
The Bears are terrible.
That was excellent.
It's just
I'm also kind of upset.
Why?
We were promised this rant last week.
Hmm?
We were promised this rant last week.
No, this rant you weren't getting last week. You were getting a different rant last week, but I forgot about it.
Well, it was
You
excellent.
just said you weren't going to do it.
Well, I forgot what it was. Like, I didn't do it last week, and now I've forgotten what it was. It wasn't Chicago related.
I'm almost certain it was.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't this though. It was probably something with the Bears, to be honest. But it's one of those things. It's like I'm to the point now where I'm so defeated as a sports fan. Like, there's no anger in my voice because it's just expectation. Like, I'm not going to be one of those fans that sits there and goes, "Oh, do this or do that." Like, don't blow it up. What's the point? It's the same thing. You're going to do the same thing again in 4 years. Caleb Williams is not going to re-sign here. He's going to go be a star somewhere. DJ Moore is going to demand a trade. It wasn't this rant, though, Mass, is what I'm saying.
I'm just saying. It was a Chicago-based rant.
It's just there's like, I'm not going to be one of those things like, oh, blow it up and start over. Why? George McCaskey's still calling the shots. Kevin Warren is still going to be the idiot that's hiring a search committee to go out and look for your head coach. If you have to hire a search committee and use outside football resources to hire a head coach to your organization, why do you have your general manager? Why is Ryan Poles there? What's his purpose if you're not going to entrust in him to go out and hire a head coach? Why is he there? What's the point?
Yeah. 100%. Well, it was excellent. Haven't had a good rant on the show in a while. I mean, I want to say it was almost like 7 minutes.
Yeah, well, I rambled a lot, so I would say it was a good 4-minute rant with a lot of rambling.
But is your refrigerator running?
Also,
Not since 1985.
I tell you, that was like the first thing I thought of when you started the and I was like, I gotta get this in somehow.
good analogy
I was
though.
just waiting.
So I watched this video last night.
Thanks, Kyle. Everybody had something to say about it, but you.
It was great. I don't need. What do I need to say?
Moving on.
So I watched the video last night.
Page
And-
6 of Pornhub.
Yes. The comments section was brilliant. So when Mike Tomlin was searching for a head coaching job back in, was it 2006, around there?
Yeah.
He interviewed for the Miami Dolphin job. You want to know what the owner said to why he didn't get the job?
Black guy.
Pretty much, he said he was too hip hop.
To hip hop.
You want to know something? I was kidding.
Oh, you weren't. And then when he interviewed that same owner, he interviewed Des Bryant at the combine. He asked Des Bryant if his mother was a prostitute.
I remember that.
Yeah.
That guy's a piece of shit.
That guy hired Brian Flores.
Oh, Flores wasn't a bad coach.
I'm not saying he was.
It was the other 4 guys he hired as well that are bad. And now his head coach is more hip hop than Mike Tomlin.
I was gonna say, do you think when he said that, Tom was like, "Yes, sucker"?
No, Mike Tomlin probably said, "I don't have time to be hip hop. I'm too busy starring on House."
You don't know Omar Epps?
Samantha thinks that Larry looks like Omar Epps, and I don't see it.
Larry, like Kyle's brother?
Mm-hmm.
Man. No. But that's hilarious. We should call him that.
Oh yeah, I'm all about it.
I tell you, what is really funny is my cousin Sabby does that. Like, he just wants to tell you you look like somebody, and it's never right. Like, his favorite is he'll just tell anybody he can that they look like the Boogeyman from WWE.
Yeah,
I'm like, man, you should stop saying that to people because he's a funky looking dude.
he told Amelia that one time.
Yeah. He was just like, you look like the Boogeyman. I'm like, that's not nice, man.
Not even that. He's a hard person to look like.
Yeah, he's weirdly like black but looks white.
Yeah, one of them.
Hilarious.
Chase Brown thought he scored, so he hopped in the pot, and then they said he was out.
Who hopped in the pot?
Chase Brown, because he
Oh.
thought he scored. So he hopped in like that Cowboys.
Salvation
So-
Army.
Yeah.
I have a quick Riddler's ranking. That's for sure going to make at least 2 people mad.
Well, I'm in to be irritated.
Well,
So
it's
glad I
gonna-
came on to be annoyed tonight.
no, Mass, you're not one of these. It's going to be Kyle and Kendall.
Oh, all right.
All right, so Kendall gave me the. Actually, Kyle's going to be mad twice.
Swear to God, if you put
Kendall
Just
gave
go
me the
ahead.
task of coming up with my top 10 like least favorite WWE finishers of all time.
oh, I don't care about this.
Yeah, okay. At number 10 is the attitude adjustment. Just because, like, for a finisher from like a really strong physical guy like John Cena to just kind of like toss him, it's kind of lame.
I always didn't care for it.
We're gonna follow that up with one Kendall's not gonna like. Number 9, the world's strongest slam. Just because Mark Henry's fat doesn't really make it that much more devastating. And I know Kendall's got a soft spot for Mark Henry.
It is bad. You're right.
He is pretty hip hop though.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't get the Dolphins job.
Coming in at number 8 is the atomic leg drop from Hulk Hogan.
Terrible.
Finisher.
Oh, it's
It's
classic.
so bad.
It's funny. Do you know like he like hated doing it?
Yeah.
Because he's like, it destroyed my hips.
Coming up with number 7 is the Ultimate Warrior Splash.
Yeah.
I mean, he just jumped on a guy from the apron.
Yeah, but he shook the
Yeah.
ropes a lot.
You gotta remember, a lot of finishers back then were pretty lame.
Yeah. At number 6 is the Great Khali's Brain Chop,
Oh, that was so stupid.
followed immediately at number 5 by Umaga's Samoan Spike.
Oh, you mean Solo Sikoa's Simone Spike?
Like, don't get me wrong, that spike thing would suck, but I'm pretty sure it would break the other person's thumb 100 times out of 100.
Oh, no,
Well, that's
no.
why they always had it super
Yeah,
taped.
he's taped.
Yeah,
He's good.
exactly. At number 4, this one's going to also piss Kendall off, but just from in terms of from effectiveness and like pain delivered, Booker T's scissor kick was stupid. It was just a dumb finisher. Plus, these guys get superplexed off the top rope. So you're going to tell me one little jab to the stomach is going to keep a guy bent over long enough for you to run off the ropes?
You know what is funny about that? Like Booker T, like wasn't a small guy. Yeah, athletic, but you just figured that like I don't know, he could have done something better.
Well, he had the bookend.
Yeah, which was just a bad rock bottom.
His like for a while, I think in WCW, he did like a top rope finisher that was pretty sweet.
Yeah, he was more acrobatic then.
It was like I think it was called like the was it called the Houston Hangover or something like that?
Yeah.
It was
Oh,
pretty dope.
Was it the Harlem Hangover? Because
Harlem was it Harlem?
weren't they like Harlem something? Him and his
Yeah, it was Harlem Heat. Am I right?
Harlem Heat.
yeah.
Maybe it was Harlem. It was one of them H towns.
Yeah. Number 3 is a tie between the Mandible Claw and the Cobra
So funny.
from
Oh.
Santino. And then these two are going to make Kyle mad just because, like, was there entertainment? Sure. Were they effective? No. Were they good? No. Number 2 is the Worm.
I'm not mad about it.
It was it was a fun finisher, but I mean, all it was like a 30-minute just like karate chop to the chest.
For a guy that was going to lose the match.
Yeah. Followed up by, and I will die on this hill for the end of time. The worst WWE finisher of all time is and forever is the People's Elbow. It's
horrible.
Terrible.
It's horrible.
It's so dumb.
And that's why it was always funny because like The Rock was not a good wrestler. He was a great entertainer. Terrible wrestler.
That's why I stand by the greatest wrestler of all time is Shawn Michaels. Good mouthpiece, good entertainer, great wrestler.
Yeah.
And right up there with him is Chris Jericho.
Kurt Angle.
Christian.
Angle. And it's funny because like the topic.
Kind of broke up there.
I wanted to really upset Mock there, but I couldn't remember the guy's name.
What?
Who's the wrestler that you hate?
Oh,
That
Kevin
I
Nash.
hate?
Yeah, I
Kevin Nash? Fuck him.
was gonna say Kevin Nash, but I couldn't think of his name in time.
His finisher was pretty sweet though.
Was it?
Yeah, it was just like a jackknife powerbomb. I mean, you'll really fuck somebody up if you ever really rip one of those off.
Well, Kevin Nash finisher?
Yeah.
Let's see. Then
Fuck him though.
Nash finisher.
you hate him for the wrong reason.
Isn't it just because of
Carl,
a video
you
game?
hate so many people for dumb reasons. Get off my ass.
You know, but
It
here's
just-
the funny.
It is a funny
Isn't
guy
it just
though.
because of the video game?
Yeah, it would be cool if I could ever meet him and be like, hey, you want to know why I say fuck you?
Raw
Visual
2,
signature
bitch.
this entire
It was a
time.
game that came out 25 years ago, and you were a real dick in it.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, now we can.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I was trying to tag you. Kevin
Matthew,
Nash.
you were thinking of Mock's other least favorite wrestler of all time, CM Punk.
CM Punk is sick.
Yeah, he is. He's got cancer.
Speaking of cancer, did you guys see Randy Moss is sick?
Yeah, sad.
Yeah.
Speaking
I
of
also
cancer,
watched him like beg Tom Brady for a ring, and that was hard to watch.
speaking of cancer, my mom.
All right.
I'd like to back up here. Paul was a really good list.
I tell
Really
you,
hate when you do this.
I know, but I don't know. I don't know what's more funny, Kyle's reaction or yours, because yours is always usually silent, followed by a "all right, I didn't care for that," and Kyle's is just like a "oh," and then Mock usually tells me I deserved it.
Never once.
Michael, it was not very nice of you.
It wasn't very cash money of you. Apparently that took
Hey.
to Kendall.
Did I tell you guys the hilarious thing Kyle did the other day at Burger King?
Shoot.
Is it the one where somebody called him Kevin?
That,
Oh wait,
that
are you talking?
was
Are you talking about Kyle's Saturday night self-service mayonnaise station
Oh man.
I'm sorry, what?
on
Think
Saturday
about it,
nights?
Mass.
If you come in after 8, Kyle lets you do self-service mayonnaise.
I don't want to know what that's a euphemism for.
Oh, you do.
No,
Well,
I'm
Mass,
good.
But
Mass, if you do enough self-service,
So-
if you do enough self-service, what looks like mayonnaise?
pee.
Vomit.
A little bit
So-
more south and hopefully more white.
So we go down there, and it was me, my wife, and the baby. And Mercer's like a huge ketchup fan. So Kyle's like, I got you. I'll bring it out. I'm like, okay. Guy comes over with the lid to a soda cup, just full of ketchup.
Oh my god.
He puts it down. I'm like, Kyle, that's the funniest thing I've seen.
Think
Yeah,
of the
and you know what's grosser? Marissa put the whole thing on.
Pretty
the
much
fucking-
all went on a sandwich. It was terrible.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
What sandwich?
She got the royal chicken. Hated
Ah,
it.
that's grounds for divorce.
You should have just asked me to put ketchup on the sandwich.
Well, you didn't take our order, Dick.
Yeah, the other kid that you know very well did. Tell him.
Well, you didn't take the order.
Yeah, I was doing drive-through.
That's a lot of ketchup.
Without gloves on, mind you.
So what? Who gives a fuck? I'm not
The
touching
people
food.
eating the food you're touching.
I'm not touching the food.
I saw you fingering fries. Really getting in there.
No, I have a scoop and I have a cardboard container, and I put it in there.
At Wallingford BK, I once ordered a chicken sandwich that got a lot of mayo that I didn't ask for.
Yeah, that was Dave.
Like a significant amount.
One of my liquor
Still
stores did. One of my liquor stores started doing the most Christmassy thing ever.
Oh boy, how many fries did they start putting on something?
Jerking off the squids.
No, they renovated part of their back room and they put in a fucking stove so they can just start cooking real meals.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, but it's all halal.
No,
They don't
nope,
like it, right?
nope. This store is more. This
Don't
store
yell
is
at me.
seen. The store I'm talking about is a lot more seen in widescreen than it is in halal.
Oh, number 32.
Hut.
I actually don't understand either of those references.
Widescreen is for people with narrow, wide eyes.
Ah, gotcha. Okay.
Which people are those?
Those are the possible ancestors of Kyle. Now, I know what you're thinking. That could be Hispanic, Asian, or French.
Cajuns.
Slash
Or Samoan?
Polynesian.
I am Samoan.
Kyle, just think.
Kyle, can you do a haka for us?
Yeah, spit on that thing.
That's a haka.
That was good.
Thanks, man. Hey, Kyle, how does it feel knowing that your Samoan/Asian heritage could have you be a combination of The Rock and Jackie Chan, when in reality you're just Haloti Nagata and Kim Jong Un?
Cool with it.
Actually, you know what? I'll give you a nod better because you're a pretty unique, cool guy. I'll give you your Psy,
Oh,
the Gangnam Style
yeah,
guy.
yeah.
Also
Whoop,
very
whoop.
funny.
Wop,
Kyle,
wop,
have you
wop,
ever been
wop.
Samoa Souls signing onto the show?
I'm sure.
That's also a sick song.
Samoa Souls.
Let's talk about Gangnam Style, but that's funny.
Whoop, whoop.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
It is a pretty good song. I never
too.
really understood the reference though of when he's laying on in between the elevator. Like I just don't understand what the need for that was. But you know what? I also don't understand high fashion. So
Korean.
yeah. So there's that. You guys are gonna get to see a real fun version of Paul on New Year's Eve if everything goes right. Or New Year's. Sorry, the 30th, not New Year's Eve.
Why?
New Year's Eve. Well, there's a pretty good chance that Total Wine's going to get their delivery on New Year's Eve. So if that's the case, I'm going to do the show from Kendall's house that night and just get plastered,
I'll be
and
done.
then just sleep on his couch and go to Total in the morning.
That's the move.
What's everybody doing for New Year's?
Well, on the early part of the New Year's Eve morning, I'm probably going to pee on Kendall's floor.
So backtrack from there.
Isn't it go forward from there?
I'm going to pee on Charlotte.
Oh my.
Just gonna develop that fetish early in life.
Charlotte Flair.
Late in life, then I guess.
And probably falling asleep early, Massey.
That's fair, Kyle.
I was never a big New Year's Eve guy. I mean,
I didn't get invited.
Neither did I.
it's like New Year's Eve for me. Like it's weird. Like as an adult, like from like I would say like 18 to up until I started working as a salesperson, I always closed the liquor store on New Year's Eve, so I didn't get out of work until 9. So like by the time I usually would go to work at like noon. So by the time I got home, I was like tired, so I'd fall asleep early. And with a child, I don't go out and do fun things anymore.
Yeah, we
Amazing.
should start something.
Yeah, we've invited Paul and them over. He just doesn't come.
It's not me that doesn't come; it's Samantha that doesn't come.
I ain't getting invited.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but you didn't have to shop for it, so it's okay.
It's true.
Every year I rent out a corner of, the Westbrook Lobster, and I send you guys an invite, and it's just me at the Westbrook Lobster.
I don't think that's true in the slightest. You're inviting
What?
Mike Kay and Jeff and Dave Schufeld, and that's it.
The
Yeah,
problem.
we stopped at Kendall's house the other night to try to have a secret hangout, and Kendall was being really weird and wouldn't let us in his house.
That's not true. You were invited in.
No, we weren't. It was Saturday. We had a Christmas party at a church in Milford down the street from Kendall's house. We popped over to say hi. Amelia knocked on the door. Kendall refused to open the door. And then when he finally did, he kind of came out and he was whispering I don't want anyone to know that you guys are here. You guys just leave.
I did wish Amelia a happy Halloween when she knocked at the door, but she didn't get the joke.
How did you end up at a holiday party at a church in Milford?
Samantha's father's side of the family has a. That was actually the Christmas party we were at when Samantha watched you fall off your porch.
How's it going, by the way?
Funny. That was pretty funny.
Samantha saying that was so good when she watched you fall.
Are
Nice.
How did you even manage that?
All she did the whole time she was watching was he's so mad right now. He's so pissed right now.
Honestly, I was more mad because I just thought I was on the bottom step because I was trying to untangle the thing of lights. So I went to step back, but I was a step higher than I thought.
The thing that you did, which is the pro dad move, because it's the same thing I would have done, which is right after the fall, get up and immediately sit down to evaluate the situation.
Sat there I was like, that kind of hurt, but I think I'm all right.
What happened? Am I okay? Fuck.
I did a quick scan to see if there's any neighbors looking.
Yep.
But it's
You know
funny
what?
because I think
No,
it's
go
in
ahead.
the video, but you could see me on my hands and knees for a hot second.
Yeah.
I just fell.
Yeah.
I just fell and I'm over 30. This isn't good.
Look, our New Year's Eve problem is very simply explained. It's that everybody invites everybody over, but nobody ever wants to go anywhere.
Pretty
I'm
much.
just waiting for the first invite.
But that's always what it is. Is it's always like, hey, you guys are all more than welcome to come here on New Year's Eve. I'm not leaving.
I've also sent out invites to New Year's in group
Yeah.
chats.
He has, Mass.
I
Yes.
don't recall.
He has.
That's because you don't read them or answer when you don't want to go to things.
Yeah, you go on these weird 6-day hiatuses sometimes, so that's probably when it was.
Even when people directly ask you in a group chat if you're coming disc golfing and you ignore it.
Didn't ignore it. Ignored everything.
And it's a bummer too because that day I messaged him and texted him to see if he was going, because if he was going, I was going to go.
Sweet. Thanks, Mass.
Yeah.
Dick.
Well, you should make your own decisions. You're a grown adult. Act
I was
like it.
there.
I did make a
Not
decision.
you, him.
I did. I said I'm going to go if Massey goes. I made the decision to go if you went, but you didn't answer me.
Well, that's all right. You then did call me the next day and said, I've been trying to call you for 3 days when 10:50 at night was the first time you talked to me in 3 days.
That's not true. I talked to you on Friday. And I said that because I knew if I said something outlandish like that, you'd get mad at it and respond. If I said, hey, just calling to check in and see how everything's going, you would have just went, I'm not going to respond to this right now. I don't feel like talking to my friends. But if I said something bullshit like, oh, I've been trying to get a hold of you for the past week, and you'd be like, what the fuck is this guy? Like, I'm so mad I'm going to text him. And it worked.
I was also in the middle of the shower when you texted me or called me.
Well, you weren't in the shower
Dude was
the day
getting
before.
wet.
No, Massey takes dry showers like a chinchilla.
Just rolls around in some dust.
Yeah, Massey just has a big pile of dust and just rolls in it.
Ugh,
Hey,
terrible.
Hey, Kendall,
yes.
where do you land on Lyra Valkyria?
I don't know who that is.
I guess growing, but I've not really got a full opinion in yet.
I'm gonna go and give that a yes.
So hold on, real
How
quick.
do you subscribe to the fact that Alexa Bliss is never going to wrestle again?
Hold on, real quick to tie a couple things together. So, Mock's, injury, and then
Mock.
Mock disco. Massey, do you remember?
Kyle, do it.
Muck.
Thank you.
Massey, for your birthday, when you threw the disc, it hit me in the ankle. I still have a welt on my ankle, and I'm touching it right now. There's like a ball, so I'm actually concerned after 2 months that there's actually something wrong.
You probably have a cyst.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't hurt.
Bang it into something. Just pop it. You'll be fine.
Yeah. It'll hurt, but that's probably what it is.
I mean, it's extraordinary.
You guys remember when I fell the first time we went to Maple at the second course?
Yep.
I still have a cyst on my wrist from that.
A ganglion cyst?
I'll say that was hilarious.
Hurt a lot.
Fell so slow into
In
just,
slow motion.
just the smallest creek.
It was a decent sized creek.
And that was
I
where
will tell
Kendall
you-
was pissed because he was wearing his sunglasses and it was so dark.
Yep.
And drunk.
Guy's an
Yeah,
idiot.
he was.
I tell you what, though, Mock and I were talking because we did that Trash Panda disc golf exchange thing.
Yep.
And we were talking about what we got and how we were both kind of meh by it.
Yeah.
I threw at that church parking lot. I went outside for a minute to put some stuff in the car, and there was a field, and because the disc was bright yellow, I was like, yeah, I'll find this if I throw it into this darkness. And I ripped that Zenith on a forehand and on a backhand. Might be worth taking out. Thing went pretty straight for a pretty long amount of time.
What are we talking about?
So we did the Trash Panda disc exchange, the thing I told you about.
Yep.
And so the two discs I got, which I'm kind of bummed because I gave 4 discs and got 2. But I got a Halo Star T-Bird 3, which realistically probably is not going to ever get used. It'll probably just be somebody's gift next year. But I also got this MVP Zenith, which is very similar in numbers to the Surge, but it's heavy, so I didn't think I would like it. But it's kind of beat in, so it kind of flies pretty straight.
Nice.
Yeah, so I gotta get some. I gotta give it some love
So
when I go back
the
out
two
disc
that I
golfing in
got,
January.
the two that I got that Discmania Rockstar which I had before. I think I gave the one I had to Eric, but so I'm like, all right, whatever. Nice 8-speed, kind of understable fairway. And then the other thing was from a company called Launch Disc Golf, and it's a mid-range. It's called the Code X, right? So on the disc, it has the numbers as like it was like 5.5 minus 1 1 or something like that. So I'm like, all right, whatever. It'll just be like kind of a a neutral to flippy mid. And then when I looked it up, even on like their website, it has the thing listed at like 5503.
Nice.
So I'm like, the hell's going on here? You guys stamped it.
Have you thrown it?
Yep, threw it, and it's not flippy.
Do you like it
So
though?
is-
I'm sorry?
Well, I said, did you like it though?
I mean, it was fine. Because I ended up, me and Pat ended up going out yesterday, and I didn't take out my full bat because like I wasn't able to like do any form of like run up. So I did everything from a standstill, and so I threw it a few times, and it was fine, but I don't know. It is what it is.
So it's funny you mentioned it. So Launch is actually it said my startup.
What?
I started a disc golf company, and I released earlier this year, and I'm glad you like the disc.
Oh, I remember. You guys remember that? Remember when Kendall started his own disc golf company? It's called Schufeld's Discs, and they're only slow.
I like to talk about Juan Soto.
All right, I'm gonna do this real quick. Nothing I like more than putting you guys on the spot. Who wants to go first?
Kendall.
All right, Kendall.
All right.
Blind Riddler's rankings, top 7. You ready?
Okay.
Top 7 canned fruits and vegetables. Go.
Okay. Going from 7 to 1. Number 7 is peas. I like peas a lot, but I think the vast majority of people don't. Peas are great because basically they can, be in any, condition, be in the bag, the can, they taste the same, but that's what makes it such a universal, great vegetable, great in water, great without. Peas. At 6, we're going to put, 6, we're going to put peaches. Peaches, good fruit. I enjoy
You don't have
it.
to give a huge explanation. Just do the ranking.
All right. So we got peas. We're gonna go peaches at 6. At 5, we're gonna go.
Canned peaches is a bold move.
Canned anything.
No, canned fruits and vegetables.
So I really wanted to dig mock with tuna fish, but I guess we'll miss there.
Sorry, I had to pee.
No, you're good. Kendall's really struggling through this ranking.
No.
I know it's blind, but it's not like a guy has lack of options.
What is it we're ranking?
No, we are not doing anything. I'm doing a blind.
I know.
I'm doing a blind Riddler's ranking for each of you. Kendall's was top 7 canned fruits and vegetables.
And?
Huh? Canned, yeah. So he's so far in the last 35 minutes, he's done peas and peaches.
Okay, we're gonna go at the 5 spot. We're gonna go pumpkin. Then we'll go at 4. We're gonna take this time. Well, yeah, for like pumpkin pie. That's how the pumpkin comes. Then we're gonna go.
Yes.
We're gonna go.
Well,
we're gonna
we're
go tomatoes
eating.
here, like the whole plum tomatoes.
Okay.
Then we're gonna go. We're gonna go corn, can of corn, very important.
Can of corn.
Can of corn.
Can of corn, and I'll be fine. That's at 3.
Beans at 2.
Just
what
any
beans?
bean or
Oh,
Yeah, you gotta pick a
I'm
specific
sorry. Like the baked bean of the B&M or Bush's, whatever your preferred brand
Okay.
is.
A&W.
Ooh, the A&W root beer cream bean. Um,
I like Casey Masterpiece baked beans.
okay, and then here's the real waste right here.
At the number 1 spot, nice.
The number one we're gonna waste. We're gonna go with the. Never mind. We're gonna go with. Damn.
Jesus, Kendall.
I was put on the spot at 1.
I mean, but you're just so bad under pressure.
Canned.
Hairs.
I do like
Green
pears.
beans.
No. Canned green beans are terrible.
They are.
They're good for green bean casserole.
We'll take the assist. I do like pears.
So pears over baked beans and canned corn.
Yeah, because you can just eat them.
I mean, you can just eat corn and baked beans too. But all right,
I mean,
who wants to go
could.
next?
I'll go next.
All right, Kyle, you ready?
Yeah.
All right, Kyle. Blind Riddler's ranking. We're gonna stick with the top 7 for each of you. All right. Top 7 individual food items all time Meriden Mall.
Okay. Individual food items all time.
Kyle, as you
Right.
begin your list, I wanted to tell you that Charlie's is now the last place standing in the food court.
I know. 7 will be the pizza from Cosmos.
Okay.
6 will be the honey chicken from the Cajun Cafe.
Nice.
This was sick.
These were great. So 5 is the
Grilled octopus from the Japan Cafe.
never had it. I
Rank
only
it.
had 3 places.
Could you imagine eating grilled octopus in a mall?
Number 5 is going to be the Cajun Cafe fries. I've always liked them very much. Number 4 is the steak and cheese from Charlie's. 3
Got
is the
What, Kyle?
steak and cheese from Charlie's.
What?
Oh, steak and cheese. Sorry.
Thank you.
3 is the bourbon chicken from the Cajun Cafe. 2 is the regular pretzels from. Actually, no. 2 is the cinnamon pretzels from Pretzel Time, and 1 is the regular pretzels from Pretzel Time.
All right.
See, Kendall, you see how easy that is?
I wasn't listening.
I don't know why my freaking Discord keeps freezing. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yep. Yes.
I can't like type in the group chat for some reason when I'm on the show.
Your wife.
You know, it could be. All right, Mass,
Yo.
you're up now.
Gross.
I had a different one for you. I was gonna give. Actually, you know what? No, I'm gonna give you the one I originally planned for you because I don't really care about the one I'm doing for mock. Like enough. I want to hear yours on this one. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Blind Riddler's ranking. Top 7. Middle stage of 3-stage evolution Pokemon.
Man.
I won't. I'm not gonna. I'm not holding anybody accountable for these things. By the way, so like obviously your list on the fly might be very different than the list you would make if you were just sitting down and doing it.
I think mine would
See.
be the same.
We
That's
lost
fair.
Rock. He's upset that he didn't get this one.
I'm ready to do my canned veggies and fruits.
All right. Number 1, we're going with War Turtle.
Okay.
Number 2, we're going Primeape.
Good man.
Number 3,
Probably Ponyta
Well-
here, right?
we're going Quilava.
You said Ulalafa?
Quilava. Number
Quilava?
4. I'll be quiet. Number 4. Man, I just don't like a ton of the middle evolutions later on.
What about some of the dragon guys like Gabite and stuff?
Nah. Number 4 is Dragonair.
Okay.
Big fan of Dragonair.
Nice. Number
Um,
number 5 is Bayleaf.
Number 5 is Bayleaf.
Is it really?
Number 5, yeah, Bayleaf's up there.
Sick.
Man.
Number 6 is Kirlia.
Okay.
And number 7 is
Gotta be Croc now.
that's it.
No. I like the design though.
I like Crocodile better than for Alligator.
What about Metapod? I thought you would have
Wait.
laughed at that fucking thing I put in
What-
the Pokemon chat.
Would have been very funny. What did you put in the Pokemon chat?
So it was the wild Metapod fled, and then the middle of it, yeah, and I put the meme same but different, but still same.
That's funny. That's good. I didn't see that. Number 5. What's the middle evolution for Tinkaton?
I don't know.
Tinkatuff.
All right,
I
There you go.
love that. I love that line for some reason. I don't know why.
because you're a furry.
I will not take that. I will take the other one, but I'm not taking that.
What a perv.
Well, I mean, aren't all of us?
Kendall's not. Just kidding. Kendall's the biggest. Kendall's the biggest perv.
Perv.
It was a brood.
All right, there you go. Blind Riddler's Rankings. Good job, guys.
Is Mock done?
I think Mock's doubtful to return.
Can I take his Riddler's rankings?
I will instead. Can I divvy it up to the three of you to do?
Can I know what the other one you were going to give me was?
No, that was the one I was going to give you. I was going to give you Mox instead because I thought you might like it more. But then I realized
Mox
that
instead that you thought I was going to like more.
well, so that's what I'm saying. We're going to do it, but we're going to do it as a group.
Boo.
No, you're still going to participate. It's just so I'll pick number 7, and then Kyle's going to go 6 and 5. Kendall will go 4 and 3, and then you'll finish it out at 2 and 1.
All right.
All right. So the Riddler's ranking is B tier Marvel superheroes, like B or lower, just not A tier.
Okay.
So I'll go first, and I'm gonna put the Thing.
All right.
So Kyle, you get the next 2.
All right. I'm going Gambit. And then I'll go Ant-Man.
All right, Kendall, you're up next.
It's a real bummer because Ant-Man was something I thought I just had.
Well, you did,
I
but
know
Kyle
my
took
Marvel.
Can we do Ant-Man again?
it. No, you can do the Wasp.
I guess we
Make it a
should
change here, Kendall.
do the Wasp. I know Ant-Man and the Wasp, so that would make sense. So we'll do the Wasp here.
Breach.
Good time.
All right. All right, we're gonna go the Green Hornet here.
Is the Green Hornet Marvel?
No, but the Green Hornet's not a real thing.
I'm just,
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
It's a movie, but it's not like.
I was just hoping that people would just acknowledge it and say yes.
The Green Hornet technically is a comic book character.
But it's not Marvel, though.
It's not Marvel.
Right. Because I specified Marvel. So try again, Kendall.
Yeah, you have to understand that stuff means nothing to me. That's why I took a shot in the dark.
So try again, I said.
All right.
You're at like 35 cumulative minutes for your rankings so far.
Yeah.
I mean, just name a superhero.
Well, but they got to be like a B-rated guy.
Yeah, but just name somebody and we'll tell you if it qualifies or not. At least you're talking
All right.
instead of just
Dead air.
What about that guy in X-Men?
Wolverine,
No. Worse than
Beastie, or
Some kind
Beast
of-
Boy.
Some kind of powers. Beast Boy is DC. What can you
Right.
do, Kendall?
Cyclops?
I wasn't thinking of Beast Boy. What's the Beast thing's name? The blue
Beast.
guy.
The
Beast,
Beast.
right?
Kendall, what powers?
Oh, I don't
Like
know.
what's he?
What does he do?
Describe what he looks like. Something other than X-Men that has 400 people in it.
He's like a.
Is it Cyclops?
I want to shoot you.
Yeah, but
It's probably Cyclops.
that's not fair. I'm not interested in this shit. I'm just
But
doing
you
my
don't
best.
like
to-
Better.
But
Don't
like,
say
give a
that guy in X-Men.
right, but that's just give a descriptor. That's just being like, oh, you know that hamburger you get
Is
through a
Isn't
drive-through.
He's like yellow and blue.
He's yellow and blue.
So Wolverine.
No, he's got like a weird like
Nightcrawler.
he's got like a mask thing. Is
like a laser beam.
I don't. It's like I feel like the all part of his like just below his eyes and then head is covered.
So
Yeah.
everything but his eyes is covered?
No, his eyes
Or
are.
just his eyes?
Hold on.
It's Cyclops.
Kendall,
Said it
is
10
it this
times.
guy? Is it this guy, Kendall?
Yeah, I guess that's what. But I thought he had a cover over his head, like he wore like the goggles and then over his head.
Like this?
Fucking Cyclops.
Well, I guess, but I thought it was more like the first guy.
All right, we're just gonna go with Cyclops then.
Cyclops, it is.
Definitely not a B tier character, but to save this, no.
Yeah.
we're done.
Also, Mass. Just so you know, like first of all, Kyle, you were right with Cyclops. I'm giving you your flowers. I'm giving you your flowers. But Mass, he's for sure talking about Wolverine.
He's 100% talking about
No,
Wolverine.
I know who Wolverine is. Like,
No, you don't. No, because when you think of Wolverine, you think of Hugh Jackman, not Wolverine from the comic books.
no, I know
Which is-
I know the character.
No, you don't.
Kendall, is it this guy? He's going to say no just because it is now.
No, because the telltale sign is that like the gloves and the helmet doesn't have the flares over the eyes. It's closer to the one that you sent second, but
Yellow and blue X-Men characters. Oh boy, this should be fun to try and look up.
I mean maybe it is this. And I could just be wrong, and I thought that the whole setup was like a connected goggle, like the suit was just like the bottom of his face was exposed, and I was just wrong.
I don't know, man. That guy?
I guess, yeah. I mean,
It's Wolverine, Mass. Go ahead. 2-1.
It's my turn?
Yeah, because we're just gonna give him Wolverine clops.
Kyle, who did you say?
Gambit and
So long ago.
Ant-Man. And Ant-Man.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm taking Iceman and Silk.
All right. God, I'm surprised you didn't go Human Torch.
You know, Paul, the entire time it was in my head.
I don't know. But like specifically the Chris Evans Human Torch, right?
Oh yeah. I mean, there's no good one, so
That's fair.
Fantastic Four is fucking terrible.
Which one?
All
Yes.
of them.
Yes. Although I will tell you, I actually really didn't mind the first one
Yeah,
with
no, the
Jessica
first
Alba.
one wasn't bad.
Yeah, with
Michael B. Jordan one was pretty terrible.
oh, those were awful.
Wouldn't even consider watching it.
You should watch it.
No. I don't know what else to talk about. So
I think we
what
should give Kendall another Riddler ranking.
another blind one?
Yeah.
Something hard too.
No. Easy.
No, make it
Alright.
I
hard.
got one for him.
Make it hard.
That's what she said.
Bingo.
All right.
Shoot, I'm waiting.
All right. I got you. Ready?
Shoot.
Blind ranking 7 Mountain Dew flavors.
Okay. Code Red at 7.
Oh my god, it shouldn't even be on the list.
It's not a bad flavor.
It's terrible.
It's not.
It is.
Number 6, that dark out one they made. I guess it's purple.
Blackout.
Blackout.
That's
Blackout.
Blackout's good.
Number 5 we'll put at Voltage is orange.
Blue.
Voltage is blue. That
Which-
one's also very good.
Which one is orange?
Orange was like that Call of Duty one.
Okay, I remember the color more than the flavor.
Kyle's about to be so mad when Diet Mountain Dew is second.
Then we'll
Oh,
go.
Zeke Elliott's on this team.
Then we'll go the white Mountain Dew. Then we'll go Voltage. Voltage is dark blue, correct?
It's like a blue
Yeah.
raspberry blue.
Then we'll go Baja Blast, and then we'll go Mountain Dew. Original.
Kyle hates Baja Blast.
I know he
I don't
does.
really like-
I do like it though.
I don't really like any like other variations of it.
But Voltage is good.
Touchdown.
All right. Smash, you want another blind ranking?
Sure.
All right. All right. Top 7 Kendallisms.
Oh my god. Trains.
That's at 1 or 7.
Like 3.
I do
Oh, right.
enjoy that how just an interest I had just became an ism.
Well, you're the only person we know with that fascination.
It's true. Man, top 10 Kendallisms.
I know the Terry Glasses.
Todd McShay. Is it? No, he's Mel Kiper. He's not Todd McShay.
Yeah, he's Mel Kiper for sure. Well, I mean, really, Kendall looks like Scott Van Pelt more than anything.
Are you proud of me for that?
Yes.
Kendall's dumb jokes.
You know what I said?
Yeah, the
Terry acknowledges.
the thing that like exists by definition but no one calls it is that. Yes.
Man, Kyle, help me out. I'm running out of Kendallisms.
God, I've known this guy for 10 years.
Paul Wall.
Paul Wall. Before the storm.
Well,
You know what's funny? Kendall's never actually seen that all the way through.
I
Bottom
believe
line.
that.
It's 50
Bottom
minutes.
line.
Bottom line is what Kendall says when he's first getting drunk.
That's true.
The bottom
That's true.
line is
Look, the bottom line is,
That's when you know that we're in for a rough night.
I disagree.
P got everything.
Should be higher.
it's just funny
I'm
that
just-
it's just on everything.
Well, I mean, you can't say one thing without it, like, actually being you know what I mean? Like, without
Mhm.
excluding other stuff that it has been.
Yep.
I don't know how many we're at.
That's good enough. I got one last one, and then we'll do our reviews and such. Or unless Kyle wants another one.
It is what it is.
Do you want another one? Because you usually do it pretty quick. So
I'll run through one.
all right. So give me a second to think of one. I want to do a good one. Good one.
Aggie.
No, I don't think Kyle would like that one. I don't think he would like that one either. All right, Kyle, you ready?
You're
Okay. Blind Riddler's ranking. Top 7.
I'm gonna go with number 5 at number 7. 6 can stay at 6. 4 is 5.
Is this like actually what's happening here?
I'm confused.
Well, you
I'm
never
just
gave
naming
him a
numbers.
thing, and he just started.
Oh, did I cut out?
Yeah,
Yeah, I didn't hear anything.
That's so
You
bad. I was
just
like,
said-
why?
you just said blind Riddler's rankings, and Kyle waited for like 10 seconds. Nothing happened, so he started ranking numbers.
That's so funny because I said it, and then he just started doing something completely different.
Really throwing you off.
All right, Kyle, can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can.
All right. Top 7 variations of pretzels.
Who are you scratching at? All right, so number 7 is the pretzel stick.
All right.
Still solid though.
Yep. Like the thin one, right?
Yeah, like the one that you used to get when you were a kid in your lunchbox.
Yep.
Number 6. I'm not really a big fan, but like the Snyder ones that like come crumpled up, the little ones.
Like the bites,
Yeah,
the honey mustard and onion and all that.
yeah, not like the flavor, but like that kind of pretzel.
Okay.
Number 5, we'll go with like the roll gold one.
Okay. Like just a bow tie.
Yeah. Number 4, we'll go with let's see. So I know Stu Leonard's has them, but the ones that come like with the peanut butter inside of them.
Oh
Yep.
yeah, like the nuggets.
Yeah, I like
Yeah,
those.
those
Yep.
are good.
Mm.
Number 3, we'll do the. Like, you know the ones that you get at the stadium? They're kind of longer.
Yeah, like a
Not the
pretzel
big
stick.
ones.
Like a
Yeah.
soft pretzel stick.
Yeah.
Yep.
Then 2 will be like the soft pretzel, like the original,
Yeah, the bow tie.
and then the 1 will be the pretzel bite.
I'm surprised that the little like the snaps didn't make it on there. The little pretzel squares.
Not like I like them.
No, look, it's your ranking, man. I would have picked those over the sticks. I think just
I'm just
because
I'm not a square guy, you know.
that's fair. That's fair. I get it. You're more of an octagon type of guy.
Yeah, they made some like Harambe's.
Harambe.
Dicks out for Harambe. Dicks out for Harambe.
If they made like a rhombus pretzel, that'd be up there.
Well, I mean, a square is technically a rhombus.
Yeah, but it's not really a rhombus.
You know what? That is fair. All right, last thing, and then we're signing off for the night. You guys ready?
Yep.
All right. You know those whole challenges where it's like pick one from each category with to build the ultimate list with a budget?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So, you guys, I'm going to read them off to you.
You actually have a graphic for this?
Oh, no. We're going to do this differently. All right. So what's going to happen is I'm going to read the movies out to you. At any point, it's first come, first serve. Once it's taken, it's gone. So it's up to you to decide if you think that that's going to be the best thing listed, and then you just take it and hope nothing better comes along. But you have to pick one from each category because it's $15. So you get one from the 5, one from 4, 3, 2, 1. So you guys ready?
Yep.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Massey's obviously at a disadvantage here because he doesn't watch movies. What do you understand, Mass? You ready?
Kinda.
What do you mean, kinda?
Just go. I'll figure it out as we go.
All right, so here's what's going to happen. I'm going to read. There's 5 movies in each category. I'm going to start reading the 5 movies. So, let's just say the first movie was Die Hard, and Kendall went Die Hard. If you want, you can jump on a movie the minute I say it, so nobody else takes it. But if something better comes along later, you can't have it.
Do we know the prices of the movie?
Yeah, I'm going to start with the $1 category.
Oh, okay. Okay.
What's our budget?
15.
$15, but you know what? You know what? I'm just going to do it this way. I like the idea of what we're doing, but I feel like it takes the thing out of it, so the fun out of it. So I'm going to just send it in the Discord thing, and you guys can just pick from the list.
Okay.
Is that better? Is that easier?
Go round robin.
We can go round robin, overall pick, and then okay, let's do it. We'll do it as a draft. We'll go back and forth, but you have to take something from each category. And once it's taken, it's gone. Is that fair?
Yes.
So Kendall, can you randomize a list?
Just 1 second.
Can't wait to get 3.
Also, real quick, guys, while we're on this though, in the $5 category, Cars is not a sports movie, right?
No.
Wait, Paul, are you in this, or is it just us 3?
No, I'm in it.
Okay. All right. Okay, here we go. It is me, Kyle, Paul, Mass.
Fuck.
Nice.
All right, so you have the first pick, Kendall. You can take any movie you want. It doesn't matter. It's just once it's gone, it's gone. You have to take one from each category.
Okay. Man.
Oh, I gotta look at this. Huh?
It's pretty funny. There's some big Kyle movies in this chart.
Oh yeah.
It is like unbelievable.
Like, I think if I could pick I think I could just pick Kyle's thing.
Yeah, let's see if you guys can guess it.
So I think you want me at the end. Do you want me to do it at the end, or do you want me to do it now?
Do it at the end. So
Okay.
Well, Paul, type it up to.
I'm just gonna text
Type it
it
up
to you
to one of-
separately, Mass.
I was gonna say, text it to one of us, and then. So give it a second before we start.
Well, no, you guys can start.
fuck you, Joe Burrow.
Okay.
It's funny. There's only one category I'm torn on.
I know what category that is too. It's probably number 5.
How is it number 5?
Because there's 3 movies on there that I love.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's one of those movies.
Thanks, Dick. I know that.
All right. I got to take this because it's me. I'm taking Air Bud.
Are we starting with the $5 movie first?
Hold on, Kyle. I want Paul to text me before you take your first pick.
No, we don't have to start in the 5. You can start wherever, as long as it's $15.
Yeah,
right?
start wherever. Yep.
Oh,
You
we
just
start
have to take
wherever?
one from. Yeah, just have to take one from each category.
Oh, okay. I thought we were going 1 first and 2. All right.
This is my guess, Mass.
All right.
So I'm
You
up.
text it to me or Discord.
I texted it to you.
I'm taking D2 Muddy Tux.
All right. I am already wrong.
I wouldn't have guessed any of these except for 4. All right,
I
Paul,
can't
you're up.
risk losing D2 Mighty Ducks.
I'm surprised you didn't just take regular Mighty Ducks.
I'm a big fan of Team USA.
Yeah. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna take Cool Runnings.
Feel the rhythm.
Feel the rhyme.
Let's go, guys.
It's Bob's
No,
third time.
It's Get On Up. It's
I'm
Bob's
sorry.
time.
I'm sorry.
No, it was Kyle who messed it up.
Give me the Sandlot.
Breach.
Got back to backs, Mass.
Just kidding, man. It was a good pick.
Thanks.
I just want everybody to know there's one movie on here that if you pick it, you will drop down in rankings in my friendship levels.
I'm afraid that I'm about to pick it.
You know, I think I know exactly what movie that is.
I'm afraid I'm about to pick it, so I'm going to skip it for now.
Hey, Paul,
Um,
would it happen to be in the $1 one?
Kyle, we'll find out at the end.
So the $1 section is rough.
yeah, but I already know what I'm taking out of the $1 section.
Me too. And I think I'm going to be losing this draft.
Go ahead, Matt.
It's- Mm, I kind of want to take it just for Ashley because she loves this movie.
Okay.
Cars.
Huh?
Taking cars.
No.
No, he already took the Sandlot. His $5 is over.
Do I want to go in the 1 or 2 range?
It's up to you, man.
All right, Paul, go ahead and drop me down to the front rankings. I'm taking a look at the Irish.
That's
Nope.
not it.
That's not it.
All right.
I'm going to go ahead now with my $2 pick, and I am going to take Rookie of the Year.
I'm up.
Yeah.
I'm taking Remember the Titans with my at number 5.
Given the chance,
Remember the Titans is like Kyle's all-time favorite sports movie.
Yes, it is.
is it?
Yeah.
It's a bad movie.
Not.
Okay, I got the back-to-back here.
Mhm.
Hey guys, it doesn't matter. I have the best character on this entire list.
From which movie? I'm sorry, I forgot.
Brickma from Rookie of the Year. The best character.
Rookie of the Year is that the one where he breaks his arm
Yeah.
and can pitch like 10,000 miles an hour?
Help. Little help here.
One of the funniest scenes is when he slaps the fucking doctor's nose.
Yeah.
Funky butt
Yeah.
loving. He just
Kendall.
funky
Hey,
butt
funky
loving.
butt loving.
For my boy Christopher Lloyd, I'm going to take Angels in the Outfield. And then I'll take Miracle here. It's a good film.
All right, I'm taking Glory Road.
And I will take Like Mike.
Glory Road's such a good movie.
It is a good movie. And about
Racism?
equality. No, about equality.
Some shit.
Well, no, because like I understand why he started all of the African American players, but I felt bad for all the white players that actually played really hard all season long and didn't get to play in the championship game. Like I just feel bad for him. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like imagine playing all season long and being a pivotal part of your team, and then being told, "Yeah, you're not allowed to play."
Life coach.
Goofy movie?
Fuck
Well,
you, man.
it's an extremely goofy movie.
Extremely goofy movie.
Well, I'm just saying,
And
it's different. It's not as good, but a goofy movie is also not a sports movie.
it's true. To the surprise of nobody, I haven't seen any of my choices left in the $3 or $4 category range.
You've never seen Invincible?
I don't think so. I don't recognize it from the picture.
It's the one with Mark Wahlberg.
It's all right. It's kind of farty, but it's an all right watch.
He
It's
played for
very-
the Eagles.
It's very Rudy-esque.
Is it a real story or is it just a made up one?
No, it's a real story.
Who's it based off of?
Riley Cooper.
Danny Trejo.
I'll never think of the guy's name. It's like yes, thank you, Kyle.
Who is it?
It's Robert Saleh.
It's a Robert Salas story.
I guess I'll take Invincible then.
Idiot. It's a terrible movie.
It's better than Brink.
I'm just kidding. It's not a bad movie.
I'm gonna take, because my 5. Nobody else can take my 5. So in the one spot, give me The Greatest Game Ever Played.
It's a good
I-
movie.
It is a very good movie. I also actually really like golf movies for some reason.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
but that's
you
a good
can't
movie.
get mad at me for taking this pick.
Go ahead.
I'm taking the Big Green. Double Team sucked. Did I get muted?
No,
No.
I'm here.
Oh.
And Bend It
Give me-
Like Beckham has a curry in it.
The Big Green is underrated.
What was the Will Ferrell soccer movie?
Kicking and screaming.
I'm surprised that wasn't in the $1 tier.
Well, it's not. It's not a Disney movie.
Is it not Disney?
I don't think so.
No, it's Mountain Lion.
I think it's a Universal movie. I would have picked that movie just because Mike Ditka was in it.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, Kendall, you're up with the last back-to-back, I believe.
Yes. So I guess I have to take double teamed here.
You can take that like Beckham.
I won't.
Yeah, you can take.
So you're taking double teamed?
I'll take double teamed.
Have fun getting knocked down the friend group list there, bud.
Listen,
I don't even know what that movie is.
That movie is so fucking bad. Mass, go look up the last 5 minutes of that movie. It's the worst basketball sequence ever filmed.
What is this even about?
It's about twins playing on the same, or it's about two twin girls that played basketball together growing up, and then they end up going to different colleges and play against each other in the championship game.
No, they got and they got drafted in the WNBA.
Yeah, and the last 5 minute sequence of them playing basketball is the most awful thing you'll ever see in your life.
and then I'll take the game plan.
Terrible. I'm taking Johnny Tsunami, baby.
Nice.
I don't have much of a choice here.
You could take Free Solo.
I could. But never seen it.
And for my last pick, I have the $5 slot, so I will just take Mighty Ducks.
You'll take Cars and you'll like it.
I will take Mighty Ducks, and I will love it.
And I don't know, Secretariat or The Rookie? Is The Rookie a good movie?
Yeah.
The Rookie is awesome.
I mean,
The
basically,
Rookie is so good.
is it either one? I would take the Rookie.
I never
Alright, The
seen
Rookie.
Secretarian.
Nice. So, Kyle, are you ready for the list I thought you would have picked if you just had free range of it?
Yes.
So I said Remember the Titans.
Okay.
I would have guessed if you had free range to pick anyone you wanted, you would have picked Cool Runnings.
Okay.
In the 3 slot, I did not pick D2. I picked Angels in the Outfield. For the 2 spot, I picked Rookie of the Year. If you had your free pick, and in the 1 spot, I picked the Big Green.
Big Green fucking awesome.
I know you love that movie.
Squint is in it.
Mm-hmm. It's funny. I don't know why. For some reason I thought you didn't really care for the Mighty. I know you like the Knuckle Puck. I know you're a big
I
Russ
like
Tyler
2 better
guy.
than I like 1.
See, I didn't know that. So I would have. If I had known that, I would have obviously picked D2.
You know why you should have known that?
Why?
This
Because
is
you
my
like.
favorite scene in any of the Mighty Ducks movies.
Which was?
I'm asking Paul if he remembers.
Oh.
Are you talking about the Bash Brothers?
I mean, yes, when they reunite in D3.
Yeah, but that's D3, not D2.
I know, but D3 is not an option, so D2 has Portman.
Yeah, but it also has that Kenny Ukagauchi guy, and he sucks.
Nope, that's the kid in the wheelchair from Backyard Baseball.
Yeah, I know.
It was like, woo? Woo, 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 Kenny, woo. It's funny how Jesse Hall didn't play in the 3rd one.
Yeah, and his brother didn't play in the 2nd one.
Yep. His brother is in jail in real life.
True. All right, there we go.
Very nice.
There you go.
Glory Road's such a good movie, though. Matt, I recommend you watching that one.
Glory Road. All right.
It's a very good movie. I actually might watch it tonight.
You guys want to hear 8 one-sentence descriptions of NFL teams real quick?
Yeah.
And then we'll sign off. All right, Detroit Lions, best NFC record, but not best NFC team. I would disagree with that.
I was gonna say, who's the best NFC team?
No, it was just a sentence. Like, it's not. They're not saying they're like who's better. They're just saying like maybe they're not the best NFC team. I would disagree with that. I think they're the best team in the NFL.
Yeah.
Minnesota Vikings, and then the sentence is need to keep Sam Darnold long term.
Maybe.
Not convinced of that yet.
Carolina Panthers. Bryce Young will lead the Panthers to an NFC South title next year.
They could. Without Jonathan Brooks, though, poor kid.
Yeah. San Francisco 49ers. Teams should never draft running backs again. They should just trade with whoever's on the Niners depth chart. I actually kind of like that one. I mean, it's obviously not realistic, but yeah. Insert running back here. Kansas City Chiefs probably going to win the Super Bowl again on some bullshit.
Yeah.
Probably.
Arizona
You know it.
Cardinals. Arizona Cardinals, biggest pretender in the NFL.
Yeah.
Buffalo Bills, no longer convinced they're the best team in the AFC.
No, they are.
Say that again, Paul.
The Buffalo Bills was no longer the best team in the AFC.
Don't think I can agree with that.
Yeah, I don't agree with it either. I mean, it's just like the Steelers are too streaky offensively, and the Chiefs. I mean, again, like yes, they're winning ugly and close and whatever, but like wins are wins, and they're the defending Super Bowl champs, so it's hard. But I mean, like, but the Bills are just playing really good football. Like, yeah, their defense sucked against the Rams, but the Rams don't have a. It's not like the Rams have a bad offense, and the Bills' defense just lapsed. The Rams have a very explosive offense.
Let me tell you, the Rams really play to their talent, huh?
Yeah, the Rams
Play
are
a
the
bad
opposite of the
offense.
Steelers.
They're going to play bad offense with them.
Yeah, kind of frustrating.
We're playing the Bills. We're going to put up 50. Next week we play the Browns. We're putting up 15, baby.
I just like to see the offense do this consistently, and I'm really bummed that we're gonna do this well, and then we're gonna go lose to the fucking Niners on Thursday.
You're not going to lose that, so you're going to have some fucking heart, okay?
You know what, Kyle? You're right. Positivity, manifestation. We're gonna beat
That's
the fucking
right.
Niners.
That's right. Blake Form, game-winning touchdown.
Sure.
Yep. Calling him right now, folks. 24-21 Rams.
Oh, Kyle, could it be more than that? Could it be like 44-21?
This is
No.
your prediction there, bud.
Make me feel a little bit better.
Last
Right.
sentence is for the Atlanta Falcons. It's time to start Penix.
It is, and I hate the fact that they refuse to do that.
Can't do it. Paid Kirk a lot of money.
Did you guys see the stat they just put on the screen for the game?
Joe
No
Buck.
touchdowns, 8
Hilarious.
interceptions.
The Joe Buck thing.
No, I'm not watching the game.
So
Joe Buck, 4-5.
Brandon Aubrey has only missed one field goal in his entire career at AT&T Stadium, and it was when Joe Buck was calling it.
Hilarious.
They put up a stat that said Brandon Aubrey when Joe Buck is calling the game 4 for 5. Everybody else 33 for 33.
And then in the
That's
bottom
very funny.
it said Troy Aikman had nothing to do with the jinx.
Which is very funny. All right. Let's do some quick reviews and sign it off.
Water
Matthew, did
is
you end up getting-
hydration.
Yeah, Kyle, how's the Poland Springs?
Hydrating.
Nice. Mass, did you end up getting a bev?
I didn't end up getting a bev. I haven't had
Well-
anything to drink in a while.
How was it?
Kind of thirst quenching.
Hey, also, guys, sorry, there's 2 Monday Night Football games next week.
Ooh,
Is there?
Yep, Bears and Vikings, Falcons and Raiders.
Man. 3 teams nobody wants to see. Not even their fans. Kendall, how was your wine?
I had the San Giuseppe Reserve 2014 Pinot Noir. I've never seen this wine ever in stores. I don't know where they got it. And I've had it for a while now, probably the better part of like 5 or 6 years. It definitely does not get better with time. Not quite vinegar, but really doesn't taste like anything. It tastes very similar to the times I've ever had it. Much not like anything. Obviously, if you ever come across it in the store, don't buy it. If you get it for free, drink it. And that's sort of my review.
It's maze. Amazing.
Maze.
I had the B Sharp Brewing Company's American Stout. Be bold, be beautiful, be sharp. It is 6.5% or 6.9% brewed in Bloomfield, Connecticut. On the nose, you just kind of get that like malted, like toasted kind of nose. No real like coffee notes or anything like that. Kind of a standardish tasting stout or smelling stout. On the taste, it's pretty standard. It's just like it's a pretty good, solid little stout. I mean, it's not like little remnants of like kind of like that burntish coffee / cocoa-y nib finish. On the flavor though, just kind of like that like more viscous stout taste. Nothing to like necessarily write home about, but in terms of like solid just drinkability, pretty up there. I gotta look up what the price was real quick. I would say for the price, I don't think it's worth it. If unless you're like in love with the flavor profile, because on the shelf you're looking at like $19.99 a 4-pack.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a very very pricey little case of cans, but flavor wise though pretty good. I would say 3.25 if I have to. No, I would say 3 if I have to buy it. 3.6 if I was just at a party or something and it was there.
I like that.
Thanks, bitch. That was unnecessary. Make sure to comment and subscribe to all these places.
Yes. Facebook, Getting Sports with Drunk. Twitter and Instagram, GSWD_4.
Make sure you use the hashtag GSWD for other daily uses, whether it's not knowing how to properly stock your refrigerator as an NFL team or
Eating
know,
Popeyes with your brothers.
there you go.
Like, follow, subscribe, do all those things you would do on social media pages, because, I mean, that's what you do. And being is that we do produce a podcast and distribute it, you could, I don't know.
Listen to it.
Right, give it a listen. iHeart, iTunes, Google Play, those places and places like them, we're there.
Just want to say the Phillies made the best signing out of everybody today.
What?
Phillies made the best signing out of everybody today.
Who
Who'd
they
they sign?
sign?
Closer Jordan Romano.
Nice.
Yeah,
White Sox haven't signed anybody yet.
yes, he did.
Who?
Nick Maton.
That's not real.
It's true. He's not great, but
Pitch for the
it's
Mets.
a guy.
Oh, wait, Nick or Phil?
Nick.
Oh, never mind.
Never mind. Fuck that guy.
He had a couple big hits for the Phillies.
I just stumbled upon this like extreme nature page, and it was a cat walking along the top of a fence, and a dog jumped up and grabbed it by the throat and ripped it down to the ground, and then another dog grabbed its tail and they ripped it in half.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, so violent. Yeah. Make sure to tune in next week. I don't know what we're going to talk about, but it'll be something. We'll probably have some winter meeting stuff to discuss.
Yankees sign Alex Bregman.
Perhaps.
Oh, prediction nest. It's a prediction. I see.
Yeah.
I thought you were saying it happened, and I was like, what? When?
No.
And then I don't know. We're gonna talk about something else, but I don't know what. We'll figure it
TBD.
out. Yeah,
we're
we're gonna talk about Kyle's toes.
Yes.
all right. Maybe more baseball things that happen by next week. So.
And your toes.
Actually, I
Yes.
won't be here next week.
And Kyle's not going to be here next week, so we're definitely going to only talk baseball.
Right.
But until then, I'm your hostess, Cupcake the Riddler.
I'm the Mass Chris Massey.
I'm also the Master Chris Massey.
And the Rat of a Red Baron.
Yeah.
Yeah.